we are yet to start the session, but meanwhile, you are giving your amazing introductions on the chat here. Let me just quickly take you through the few quick ground rules we have here for the session. So in case you have any questions for our expert speaker, Akash Kale, you can let us know by putting your questions in the Q&A box. And why the Q&A box? Why not the webinar chat box? The thing is, the webinar chat box has a lot of messages throughout the session, and we wouldn't want to miss any of your queries, and we would love to address all of them. So please do help us out with that. And also, the speaker will be actively looking into the Q&A box as well, whenever he gets the time to address your queries. If not in during the session, but especially towards the end, we have a special edition for that. I'll share that with you in the agenda of the session. And also, the session is being recorded. In case you want to go through the recording of the session once again, in case you have missed anything, you can expect a follow-up email from us with the recording link to view after the webinar. And also for attending this webinar, there is a webinar certificate as well. So to request a proof of attendance for that, so this session is 60 minutes long, filled with program insights, learning path, and also we have an interesting topic today as well. We'll be talking more about that. So once the session ends in 60 minutes, you will get a pop-up by Zoom which says post a webinar survey. And it will ask you for your full name, what you would like to see on the webinar certificate. So please do provide us that. That is how we can share the personalized webinar certificate to you after the webinar. And basically, in case these are the few quick ground rules we have here. I see a lot of new folks are joining in. We are just starting the session. Just, if you have not missed anything, please don't worry. In case you have missed anything about the ground rules, I will nudge about them in the chat as well, and also towards the end as well. So please let me know if you have any questions, on that side. Also, this program is powered by Simplilearn, world's #1 online bootcamp. We have been in the digital skills training space for almost more than a decade now, and we are very proud. We have transformed lives by empowering people via these digital skills like AI, machine learning, data science, business analytics, cybersecurity, cloud computing, and we'll be talking about full stack development today. And we have advanced over 5 lakh plus careers in over 150 plus countries. We have 40 plus global accreditations and 800 plus qualified trainers who do an amazing job. And we have one such amazing, speaker and trainer here with us, Akash, which I'll be introducing you to very soon. And let's talk about agenda of today's session. So the first and the most important agenda of today's session is about you, how we can help you out in your, full stack development career here, and any questions you might have, address your query as well. The second agenda is the topic for today's session: MERN Stack versus MERN Stack, and which tech stack you should choose to learn in 2024. So we'll be deep diving into this topic today, and after that we'll be covering the full stack development MERN Stack program today, a master's program today by Simplilearn. What exactly it offers, what is the learning part of the program looks like, what are the tools covered, what are the skills covered, what are the projects in the program, and also how does the live learning environment also looks like. So in case you have any questions about any of these things that we're covering, you can go and put it down in the Q&A box in advance if you already have questions. If not, during the session, anytime you have any questions, the Q&A box is open for your queries. Also, the last agenda of today's session is Q&A, where we'll be addressing your queries from the Q&A box, as I mentioned earlier. So in case you have put down your questions pretty early, please have a little patience. So whenever the speaker gets time, he will be able to address your queries. If not, towards the end, we have a special duration for that. So please don't worry. And I see a lot of new folks, have joined while I was taking you through the agenda. So folks, please don't worry. I just covered the ground rules here, and I will nudge about the ground rules on the chat as well. So in case you have any questions, you can let me know. I will help you out. Yeah. So moving on, as I mentioned, the first and the most important agenda of today's session is about you, getting to know a little bit about you. As you can see, there are so many amazing introductions in the chat here. People have joined from different parts of the world, as this one is a global webinar. So let's also get to know the experience you folks have. So I'm just quickly launching a poll here, an interesting poll here, just to know that how many years of experience do you currently have. So let me just launch it, and we can select the most suitable option for you. Awesome. The poll is launched and you can vote for the most suitable option for you. And folks who are watching us live on our YouTube channel, you can let us know by responding on the chat here. So when I talk about experience, it's very clear, right? I'm talking about work experience. In case you don't have any work experience, there is an option for currently studying as well. So please don't worry, you can go and vote for that as well. I see, amazing introductions on the chat here. Let me just quickly go through them. I see Shrishti has joined us from India. I see someone has joined us from Baltimore, US. Would love to know your name. And I see Bronson has joined us from California, US. And Saurabh has joined us from Mumbai. And I see Ismail has joined us from Morocco. Fatima says hello. And I see Gaurav has joined us. Where has Gaurav joined us from? I would love to know. And I see Adiabo has joined us from Nigeria, Freeman from Port Harcourt, Fatima from Pakistan, Chetna from Gujarat, Sakshidia Roth from Nepal. You see, Gaurav says that, how are you? I'm doing great, Gaurav. How are you doing? And says that he's currently pursuing BECSE in third year from Chitrakara University, Rajpura, Punjab. Welcome, Gaurav. I see Mahananda has joined us from US. Certificate of attendance? Yes, there's a certificate of attendance, and you will be getting it. You will have to stay till the end of the webinar for that. And once basically the webinar ends, which is of 60 minutes of duration, you will be basically getting access to the post-webinar survey, which you can easily access after the webinar has ended. And yeah, it will ask you for your full name, what you would want to see on the webinar certificate. So please help me with that data in the end. And I will nudge about this once the session ends as well. So please don't worry. And also in the chat as well, in case you are confused about that. I see a lot more introductions coming in. So I see most of you have responded for the poll here. So let me just quickly end the poll. Last 5 seconds for the poll here, folks. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll and also share the results with you folks. Let's see. What have you voted for? I see 53% of the votes for currently studying, 25% of the votes for 0 to 3 years, 6% of the votes for 3 to 5 years, and 16% of the votes for more than 5 years. So I see a good amount of professionals here, and also folks who are currently studying as well. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That definitely gives us and our speaker an understanding of how to tailor responses accordingly, based on the amount, kind of audience with experience who have joined us. So now quickly introducing you to our expert speaker, Akash Kale. A very good evening, Akash. And also would like to quickly introduce him as well. So Akash here has total 18 years of experience in IT training as well as development. And he has expertise in Java, UI, and cloud related technologies. Also like Core JE, Spring Framework, Spring Boot, to name a few of them among many of them. And also he has also delivered more than 250 plus flashes as well as data batch in all the IT industry and like IBM, TCS, Wipro, Deloitte, Samsung, EY, Infosys, Hexaware, just to name a few of them. So Akash, a very good evening once again. It's
Yeah,
always a pleasure hosting you and having you in the sessions. With your valuable insights on these topics and the program. So, would you like to introduce yourselves to the audience here before we start the session?
yeah. Hi guys, myself is Akash. So I done my MCA, and after finishing my MCA, I joined in one of the IT industry in Bangalore location and work in a Java related technologies. And it was plus we can say now. And after that, moved to the training field now. So in a training field, I have more than 16 plus. So overall is a 18 plus year of experience in IT industry. When I come to the technology wise, I'm very strong with the Java related technologies, which you can say Java full stack, MERN Stack, MERN Stack, Python Stack, as well as cloud. Plus, even I got the chance to deliver few products also now, like mainly for IBM organization. And I deliver a lot of training for different IT industries. Main for me is IBM, TCS, Wipro, Deloitte, Hexaware, and still more. Yeah, next slide.
Yeah, so Akash, thank you so much for introduction. Today we'll be covering the topic mean versus MERN stack, which tech stack to choose to learn in 2024. Starting with what exactly is mean stack. So giving an overview of that to folks.
Yeah. So nowadays, what is happening now? See, first try to understand in industry, a lot of stacks come in a picture now. When I say the stacks means we want the resources, the person must be developed the application. When I come to the application point of view, there are a lot of technology available in the market. Maybe Java is there, maybe Python is there, maybe PHP is there, maybe JavaScripts are there, no? So when it comes to the mean and MERN, now the big question will come, what is meant by mean and what's meant by MERN now? Because I can see a lot of people who are already studying in a college now. So these are the two stacks in industry we're using more. Mean M is called MongoDB, or some people even they can refer the MySQL also now. So if you're looking the database, maybe the people want the RDBMS database, which I can say relational database management system, maybe MySQL, Oracle, also flexible. But mainly when I come to the mean and MERN, MongoDB is a main variable. Even I can see one MySQL also possibility now. Then E is called Express.js, and A is known as the Angular, and N is known as the Node.js now. Okay, that's called mean now. When I come to the MERN, the Angular is replaced by React.js now. So only difference what now, if you go to the mean, MongoDB, Express.js, Angular, and Node.js. When I come to the MERN, where the Angular replaced by React.js now. When you come to the MongoDB, if you see here now, which is known as a NoSQL database. Because sometimes what happens when I'm going to store the data in a table format. If your data already is available in a Gmail, Facebook, in a proper structure format, that time RDBMS is preferable. The database can be MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, DB. But sometimes I want to store data in non-SQL format, maybe any other format. Like one of the very important format we're using in industry, what JSON now. That's called JavaScript Object Notation. So to store the data in a NoSQL format, one of the database we're using in industry, what MongoDB. It's an open source, high performance. Express.js is one of the web framework which is helpful for to develop the RESTful web service using the JavaScript technology. We can create the RESTful web service using Java also possible, Python also possible, PHP also possible. But in a front end and back end, we want only one technology, and that is provided by Express.js. So Express.js is one of the framework which helps create the RESTful as well as web application using Node.js, or that's called JavaScript now. Angular mainly preferable to develop the front end side technology. For the people who are new to the this mean and MERN, if you want to become a front end developer, so we need to start with the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the TypeScript now. So there, Angular is the preferable. After this knowledge, then we'll teach you Angular. And the Node.js is a runtime environment which help to develop the backend and front end now. So this is come under the MERN. Okay, yeah, mean and MERN. Only see. Can you move to next slide? So when you come to the main stack, what are the benefits? What are the advantages of it? So it is called full stack development using the JavaScript now. Because what has happened now, before main or MERN stack now, the people front end developers, they're using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or maybe some jQuery, Angular, React now. Become a backend developer, we need to learn another technology. It may be Java, it may be Python, it may be .NET now. If I'm good in a front end side technology, I'm very, very good in a JavaScript related technologies. Why can't I develop the backend side technology? So that's purpose they came in a picture mean stack now. So it's a Java full stack, enable the seamless integration and code reusability, front end, back end now, scalability. Okay, so handling the large scale application, real time applications. Okay, single language, backend as well as the front end, only one language. So no need to depend upon any other language. Okay, and this ecosystem now. So there are provided a lot of third party libraries as well as frameworks are available, and all those are open source. So we don't need to pay anything now. We can download from the net, open source now. Yeah, next. Now coming to the MERN now. See, same concept now. R will come now. So R is React.js now. So a JavaScript library for building user interface. You can see on UI, user interface, offering component-based architectures now. Remaining are same as now. Node, MongoDB, and Express is everything same. Only A is replaced by React.js now. Yeah, can I go next slide? Now the question will come first, what is the advantage of MERN Stack now? So React component-based architecture, which will help create the UI component. When I come to UI means user interface component, which is based upon the JavaScript now. When I compare with the React and Angular, a lot of people ask what is the difference between Angular and React now? Can I learn the Angular or can I learn the React? See, both are good in their place now, but depend upon the client requirement, depend upon the application requirement, which one is we need to learn now. So when I come to the React, no, React provided one of the great feature called virtual DOM now. So when I'm going to do any changes on a web page, plus what is meant by DOM? Document Object Model. So what is happening now when you see any web page now? So in the web page, you want to read content, write the content, update the content using the programming language or using some scripting language. We need the DOM. So DOM is just like a HTML tag is also DOM. Tag also DOM. P tag also DOM. But always we can't display the content on web page as a static. We want the dynamic content now. And to do this one, we need a lot of library and frameworks now. But always I don't want to update my content actual DOM. I need something like a virtual DOM. And that feature provided by React.js for us now. That's one of the great feature when I compare with the Angular. Large community support provided by the React.js now. And this is based upon the JavaScript. Yeah. Can you move next slide? Okay. Now already I told now big question will come, is it React is good or Angular is good now? So always the big question is what now? Both are good in their place and upon what type of application you are going to develop, you're working for which client and based upon the requirements are there. The question what you now see project requirements. This is very important. Development team expertise. Okay, community supports are there and industry trade. So these are some few basic points we need to keep in mind while going to do MERN Stack or MERN Stack. Can I go next slide? Okay. So now both MERN and MERN Stack offer robust solution for the web development. So benefits for MERN and MERN are backend and frontend is only one JavaScript. No need to depend upon the Java or Python. Only one language front-end backend now. Use MERN Stack is a simplicity, full JavaScript integration, and option for the MERN Stack for the powerful UI. UI is a user component. And ultimately, the decision depend upon the project, depend upon the which client you are working, depend upon type of application now. Can I go next slide? So now the question will come, or when I go to attend the interview, always the common question asks, can you tell me difference between MERN and MERN now? So if you can see now, what is happening now when you want to learn the MERN stack here now, what now? Both are, this is called framework. It's called library. So first benefit, remember framework and library. Some people ask, what is the difference between framework and library now? When I say library, always lightweighted, framework heavy. I'll repeat once again, library lightweighted, frameworks are heavy now. But library doesn't follow any standard because when the application become very big, maintain that application become very difficult. So as a developer or programmer, we need to write the proper way to maintain that code now. Framework internally follow the standard. Or when developing the application, we consider like a design pattern will come now. So design pattern called best practice. So if you're developing any application using any framework, it is not apply for only Angular. Maybe some people from the Java background, it comes Spring framework will come. Some maybe from the Python background, Django. So where I heard about the framework, internally they follow standard. So meaning Angular is a standard. Library is a lightweighted. That's a JavaScript. But if you want to learn the Angular, we need the minimum what HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then we need to learn the TypeScript now. Because the TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript now. So that we need to learn mandatory when you want to learn the Angular. But when you want to learn the JavaScript now, sorry, when you want to learn the React.js, JavaScript is enough now. But even nowadays, React also using the TypeScript also optional, depending upon the client requirement. And they use internally JSX. That's called JavaScript and extension or XML, we can say now. Scalability, medium is a high level. When it comes to the architecture level, both are component-based architectures. Both are based upon component-based, but this is a library and this is a frame. Data binding, if the people know Angular, if the people know React now, data binding means like a sharing the data between view to component. So it will support one-way, two-way communication. It support one-way communication when it comes to React now. Mean Angular, no virtual DOM. That's one of the very important point to remember. No virtual DOM. When you do any changes, your actual DOM get affected. The simple performance little bit issue in a Angular, but React is a effect on virtual DOM. So features moderate level, high level, more demand React now because easy to learn. If the person new to this technology, easy to learn now. This is we need some programming knowledge, or the person must be quite expert now. When it comes to the data flow, bidirectional, this is unidirectional. And when it comes to the organization point of view, React is belongs to the Facebook and Angular belongs to the Google. Okay, so this is a slow performance, this is a fast performance because of virtual DOM. So these are some differences. The people who know this technology, the people who are new to this one, it is very difficult. Few points we can remember. But again, both are good in their place. Depend upon the project requirement. We need to take the call which one we need to learn. Maybe React or maybe Angular. Yeah, next slide.
Thank you so much, Akash, for taking us through the difference between MERN and MERN Stack and which MERN Stack to choose from in 2024. We'll be talking more about the basically stack here. But before that, you are here because you're interested in full stack development. So we would love to know what exactly is stopping you from becoming a full stack developer here. So I'm just quickly launching a poll here, which says, what's stopping you from becoming a full stack developer, and it has multiple choice options, so you can select multiple options in this poll, because there can be multiple challenges or concerns you might be facing, right? And I'll just read out these options for you. As you can see, we have already started voting for the board here. So the first one here is, I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. And second one here is, I don't have the practical exposure I need to become job ready. And the third one here is, I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. And the fourth one, my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. So yeah, you can choose from these options. And if these options do not cover your concerns or challenges, the Q&A box is open for you. So I can see that there are a lot of interesting questions which have already started rolling in the Q&A box. So please do go and post your queries in the Q&A box, because that is where our expert speaker, Akash, will be looking into your questions and addressing them, whenever he gets the time. So, yeah. Awesome. I see most of you have started responding to the poll here. But I'll just give 10-15 seconds more for the poll here for a few of you who are still, responding here. And I see a lot of folks who are watching us live on a YouTube channel as well. So you can let us know by, responding on the YouTube live chat box, and we will be looking into the chat box as well. And also, if you have any questions for folks who have joined us live on our YouTube channel, you can let us know by dropping in your queries in the YouTube live chat box. Awesome. Last 5 seconds for the poll here, folks. What's stopping you from becoming a full stack developer? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll and also share the results with you and our expert, Akash. So let's see, what have you voted for? I see 53% of the votes are for, I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. And I see 53% votes are for, I don't have the practical exposure I need to become job ready. And I see more, basically 13% of the votes are for, I find it difficult to learn from video videos. And 17% is for, my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That definitely gives us an understanding of what challenges you might be facing through this poll. And moving on to the introduction of the full stack Java developer program, MERN Stack here. So this one is a master's program offered by Simplilearn. This is in collaboration with IBM, and the program duration for this one is 6 months. And I saw a lot of you were working professionals or have other commitments from the poll which we have done in the starting. So you can just complete this program by giving 10 to 15 hours per week of the 6 months of duration. And this program comes with a industry aligned learning path. We'll be talking about the learning path in much detail in the upcoming slides. Also, I saw a lot of votes for the, I wouldn't get the practical exposure I need to become job ready. So for that, we have a solution. We will be showcasing you how the integrated case studies and hands-on projects which are present in the program, they help you showcase that practical experience to your future employers, which you might not have, before taking up the program. Also, the how exactly the learning environment of the program looks like. So we'll be showcasing you that live, what exactly happens when you take up this program, what exactly the learning environment looks like, what is the combination of live learning and live classes and self-learning videos, labs, test assessments, and all these details will be shared with you. And yeah, moving on to the next slide here, talking about the eligibility and the prerequisites. So for taking up this program, you can have any technical degree or equivalent, and you need to have basic programming knowledge. And you don't are not required to have any prior professional experience. So in case you do not have any professional experience, that is totally okay. You can take up this program. In case you have some professional experience, not in this particular domain or in this domain, that totally acts as a plus, right? So yeah. Moving on to how this program prepares you. So starting with how this program basically builds your FSD skills step by step. We start with induction for the full stack development MERN program. And Akash, if you can take us through this learning part of the program for folks to basically understand how exactly this program helps build this FSD skills step by step.
See, when you come to the mean and MERN stack, which I already told difference is what here now, React and Angular only replace it now. So what we'll do when you come to the integration for the full stack development, maybe you can take mean and MERN now. Okay. So here the strong MERN foundation, or we can say build the strong mean foundation now. Okay. So at the initial stage, we'll teach you about the Git. That's very important because if nowadays to share the data, we need the one of the subversion control tool we're using the Git to share the data that will cover. And after that, we'll give some self-learning content as well as live classes. We're going to teach you HTML, HTML5, CSS, CSS3, JavaScript. That's a basic JavaScript, advanced JavaScript. If the people join for the main stack, okay, where Angular, they will tell now here now, design a dynamic front end with Angular. If the people join for the MERN stack, they will tell us design the dynamic front end using the React now. So the people, it depends, Angular or maybe React now. After that, using the JavaScript will cover you data structure and algorithm because that is very, very important because we want to how to develop the enterprise level application. That is very, very important. So they will cover the data structure and algorithms are there using the JavaScript language. So this is become a front-end side technology. So where HTML, CSS, JavaScript, if you're going to the Angular, TypeScript and Angular. If you're going to the React, React now and JSX now and data structure. So this part become a front-end technology. Then coming to the backend technology, in a backend technology, we'll cover the node, what is the node, what is the Node.js modules are there, which is called some FS module, HTTP module, Express module. Those all the modules will cover now. And there we learn how to develop the application backend side technology and the database your MongoDB now. So that point of time, you will become an expert to become a backend side technology. And then the Capstone project will come in a picture. So Capstone, your front end may be Angular or maybe React, and back end is your Node.js. Database is your MongoDB. Yeah, next slide.
Yeah, thank you so much, Akash,
Yeah.
for taking us through the steps. Also, talking about the electives, the IBM reactive architecture, reactive microservices are one of the electives. As I mentioned it earlier, that we have this program in collaboration with IBM. Moving on to the next slide. What are the tools, libraries, and platforms which are covered in the program? Maybe you can, Akash, you can take us through a few of the most important tools for a full stack, MERN stack development.
So there are a lot of tool is required when developing the applications are there. No? So first what I know here now, already told Git now. Okay, that's called subversion control, which have to share the data. Because what will happen in industry, main industry is what up no, I need to share because only one person is not going to develop the whole code now. A lot of people need to share their knowledge, they need to share their codes are there. No? So we need to share the code using the Git and the remote repository or GitHub account. So we will tell how to create the GitHub account or some maybe GitLab is there or maybe some private repositories, depend upon the requirement. So here Git and GitHub will cover now. And after that, we'll tell you HTML, CSS and JavaScript, this part now. So these are the things to develop the front-end side technology. And the people maybe go to the Angular Reacts are there. So maybe React.js or maybe Angular. So React.js people, MERN stack React.js, Angular will know. When you come to the backend side technology, they will introduce the Node.js create the backend side technology using the JavaScript. Then Express.js is one of the framework, open source framework, which help to create the REST API for web application using JavaScript now. And the database is your MongoDB now. And after that, what happened now, we are going to teach you how to create the containerization application. That's a Docker. So Docker is one of the very, very important nowadays in industry, create the containerization application now. Okay. And the CI/CD tool that's called continuous integration and continuous deployment now. That's one of the open source tool you're using the Jenkins now. And once you develop this, all the application will teach you how to test the application using there are a lot of tools are available open source. One of the tool we're making like a Mocha, Jasmine, Karma. These are the testing tools are there now. And then at the last, we'll how to deploy the application using one of the open source, or I can say few modules are open source at the 1 year. That's the AWS cloud. Maybe sometime depend upon the client requirement, we can use the Azure or Google Cloud. These are the technology we are going to learn. I can say technology, tools, library, framework in this journey. It may be mean or MERN. So MERN, React will come. Mean, Angular will come. Remaining are all technologies are common for both.
Thank you so much, Akash, for taking us through these tools and using platforms, and also talking about what are the Capstone projects which are currently around. I think Akash has mentioned about the projects earlier, but I'll just quickly take you through what exactly are Capstone projects. So Capstone projects here, basically, which are the projects which you can mimic real life business scenarios for true experience. So this are the projects which you can showcase to your future employees when you're done with the program. And also learner gets to choose from one out of several projects in the program. And these projects involve real world business scenarios with virtual labs or hands-on learning. I will be showcasing you what exactly the virtual labs look like in the learning environment. So moving on to the next slide. Also, talking about full stack developer salary here as well. So interestingly, talking about industry growth, there we have seen 35% annual growth for full stack developer jobs from 2015 to 2024, and also 23 plus job openings post available in India. And also, what exactly an average full stack developer salary looks like. Just to give you an example, it starts with a minimum of 6 lakh INR rupees per annum, goes to an average of 12 lakh INR rupees per annum, and up till a maximum of 20 lakhs per annum. So this is just to give you an average here. But let me do one thing. Let me just quickly, show you the real-time numbers, what's happening actually in the job space. So let me just quickly, stop sharing this, and I'll just quickly show you the job openings globally first in full stack, MERN Stack. Yeah, so this is one of the global job search platforms. So I'll just search for MERN here, and I'll just search for that job. Or I'll just search for full stack better. That is much more a generic word. So yeah, as you can see there, this is a global basically job opening. Basically, this is mostly in US. You can see 3,000 plus jobs here. You can see it for full stack Java developer. You can see for full stack engineer, and a lot of these openings here, Python full stack lead, a lot of full stack engineer openings, developer opening, AWS Java developer. And a lot of these openings are there from hundreds of companies globally. This is basically mostly focused on in the US. Now let's do the same for India here. Let's see what is the demand here for full stack in India. Let's quickly check that. I'll just quickly show you the real-time numbers and the demand here of jobs. So yeah, let's search for jobs here for full stack. And let's see what is the demand here. As you can see, there are 24,000 plus full stack jobs in India itself, and all kinds of job coming from different departments. And you can see the companies which are hiring from startups to a lot of big companies. It's the trainer, developer. Similarly, a lot of these job openings are here for full stack developer, in the India region as well. So yeah, these are just to give you an example, going back to the industry growth. Yeah, so yeah, that summarizes. And also, so one of the top companies which are hiring for full stack developer professionals here, LinkedIn, Amazon, Google, Book My Show, Oyo, being one of them. Also, moving on to the next slide, what exactly are we getting from this program? So, Simplilearn's full stack developer MERN Stack master's program certificate, you can see here on the screen. Also 40 plus micro skilling exercises plus 6 plus work life professional projects, which you can basically add to your portfolio to showcase that real life working experience as well, which we have talked about earlier. And you'll be developing expertise in 10 plus full stack development tools and frameworks. We have, summarized those tools as well for you. And also you will be able to build a robust Git portfolio to showcase your proficiency in building dynamic web applications. So yeah, that is basically to summarize quickly what exactly the program covers. Now we would love to know, are you interested in enrolling into the full stack developer MERN Stack master's program? I'm just quickly launching a poll here, which basically is asking you, would you like to enroll into the program? And you can respond as yes into the poll, which is live on Zoom right now, and share your interest towards enrollment. Meanwhile, you're doing that, let me also quickly share with you the program link as well. So this is where you can go and download the syllabus and save it for later, now that we will quickly go through the enrollment steps of the program and post webinar, based on the interest you have shared, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will be reaching out to you and taking you through a much more detailed walkthrough of the program as well. So this is the link of the full stack developer MERN Stack master's program. You can save this link for yourself, and you can download the syllabus later for any questions you might have, for learning consultants from Simplilearn. So yeah. And also, folks, meanwhile, we were going to the topic and the program preview. Our expert speaker, Akash, has been actively addressing your queries in the Q&A box. So please go and check it out. The questions which we have in the Q&A box, most of them are already answered. So please go and check out and let us know if you have any follow-up questions. And folks, now who have actually questions about the program, this is a really good time to go and put down your questions, because we will be moving towards the Q&A part of the session soon. And yeah, we will address your queries as well, meanwhile. So yeah, this is a really good time to go and put down your questions there. And a lot of folks who are watching us live on a YouTube channel, if you're interested in enrolling into the program, you can quickly go to the description of this YouTube live and streaming. And on the top, you will see the link towards the full stack developer MERN Stack master's program. So you can click on that, and you can easily enroll into the program. Let me just open that program page link for you, which I've shared on the chat here. So yeah, this is the program page which I've shared on the chat. This is how it looks like. You can see it is in collaboration with IBM, which we have talked about. You can see the program duration here. The current cohort, I will be sharing that in the enrollment steps as well. It closes on 15th May. And you can see the program. Basically, you can download the program syllabus from here, the program fee here. And I'll share it for other regions as well in the upcoming slides. What is the program fee? And this is the certificate for the full stack developer MERN Stack master's program you will be getting from Simplilearn. And also the learning part of the program, how it looks like, and the skills which are covered in the program, the tools which we have already discussed, the projects. So the Capstone projects, fintech sector, food delivery services, entertainment sector, healthcare sector. So, there are 4 amazing projects you can choose from. To show basically build your portfolio, and all the other details you can find in this particular link which I've shared on the chat. And similarly, which is accessible for folks who are watching us live on a YouTube channel, you can find it in the description on the top. Basically a link on the content on the top in the description, and or in the live chat, you will see it on the top of the live chat as well. So you can click either ways and go and share your interest towards enrollment, or also enroll yourself also, both works. So yeah, last 5 seconds for the poll here, because I see most of you have already responded to the poll here. I see a lot of interest coming towards enrollment. So that's good. But yeah, let's give it 5 more seconds. So 5 more seconds for, are you interested in enrolling into the full stack developer MERN Stack master's program by Simplilearn? You can share your responses yes on the poll, which is live right now. And last 5 seconds, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll. Thank you so much for sharing your interest towards enrollment. I saw a lot of you sharing that interest. So let me quickly take you through the enrollment steps, and then we will move on to the Q&A. So now that you have shared your interest towards enrollment, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will be reaching out to you, and they will be taking you through these 3 simple, easy steps. So the step 1 here is you'll have to submit an application to us. You'll have to apply at askus@simplilearn.net. And the step 2 here is your application will be going for review based on the eligibility and the prerequisites which I have shared earlier. In case you want to go through it again, the link is there on the chat and you can check out for yourself as well. And based on that, you'll be getting admissions offer. The learning consultants will be basically contacting you with the admissions offer to basically complete the whole onboarding process. So yeah, these are three simple, easy steps. We just want to make sure that you're aware of what's going to happen, after you have shared your interest towards enrollment. Now talking about the program fee and the upcoming schedule. So the program induction is going to happen. This is the one which is basically upcoming, and the program induction is going to happen on 18th June. And the classes for this particular cohort will start on 3rd of August. And the fee here for ROW candidates is $1,449, including GST. And also for India candidates is 53,999 INR rupees, including GST. Also, I saw a few questions that if I can offer installment payments, I cannot pay it all together. So, and then if there are any EMI partners we have, which we can, basically offer. So yes, we do have that. You can basically choose it very easily. You can just point this out to our learning consultant from Simplilearn. I'll just quickly do one thing. I'll just open this. Where is the, yeah. So basically you can go and check it out here as well, the program partners we have. And also, what are the, it basically differs from country to country as well, as this is a global program. So you can basically opt for, other partners we have financially for opting on for EMI options. And also, I saw a lot of you are working professionals. So in case you want to opt for tuition reimbursement, so you can actually do that. You can ask your employer for a tuition reimbursement. And the learning consultants can help you, guide with that. So please do nudge about these things. Even after this webinar, you can reach out to us at askus@simple.net. So feel free to drop us a mail here, drop us a quick message here in case you have any questions. Even after the webinar, we'll help you out with that. So I'm just dropping that, email here on the chat. So please make a note of this email and drop us a mail there. Now moving on to the Q&A part of the session. So we do have few minutes left. Akash, I can see that you have managed to answer most of them already. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for addressing these questions. Folks, please do go and check the Q&A box. Akash has managed to answer a lot of these questions already. Please do let us know if you have any follow-up questions. And Akash, now that you have managed to answer, we do have few new questions as well. So maybe can we quickly summarize these questions which we have gotten, which you have already answered as well. I see a lot of repetitive questions as well here.
Yeah, so already answered. Left only three. I'm going to answer those.
Okay, I see one question here by Saurabh, which I've already answered. I'm just reading this out for the audience here. How to compare Java developer and MERN developer current market in India? So I think you have already answered that both are good. Java full stack development learning curve is very high. The mean and the MERN stack is good and easy to learn if basically you are good in front-end technologies. Let's see, Lord, we have few new questions as well, Akash. I see one question here, can Simplilearn provide free education to students? So Fatima, we do have scholarships, which keep going on, monthly. You can basically check out the Simplilearn page and you can see what scholarship opportunities we have. So it usually keeps coming. I see the same question by Alexia here. Similarly, we do have scholarship options. You can go and check out our Simplilearn page, and from time to time you will find such scholarship opportunities as well. So please look out for that. And I see Akash, you're already answering one more question. What is an expected MERN Stack developer salary in current market range? And also it's seen 3-4 years down the line. So this is by Chetna. I think we cannot give you exact numbers, but an average, I think, salary range is something I think Akash can provide.
No, we can expect like a 25 to 30. It depends upon which organization we work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
25 to 30 INR rupees we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I think Akash, you have
Hafsa,
already.
another one participant, are you going to send the link if you want to watch the Zoom second time?
Uh, yeah. So Hafsa, yes, we will be sending it to all the attendees here. So you can expect a basically recording interview once the webinar is done in few hours. So you can expect that from us. Okay, I think Akash, we have managed to answer, I think all of these questions already. So thank you so much, Akash, for joining us for this, interesting topic today, which we have covered, and also for the program review. I saw a lot of interest coming towards enrollment as well, and a lot of interesting questions, which rolled in the Q&A box. So thank you so much, folks. Thank you for being an amazing audience here. Thank you so much. And folks who are basically, sticking around for the webinar certificate. So once I enter session now, you will be getting, a post webinar survey pop up by Zoom. This is only for folks who have joined us on Zoom. And it will ask you your full name for the webinar certificate, what you would like to see. So we will need that data in order to send you the certificate. And also, if you have any feedbacks, if you want to see any of the topics covered in this webinar, so it will have a question like that, what would you like to see in the webinar? So please do go and mention that. I will look into it personally and I will definitely share it with Akash as well. So, we can cover such more interesting topics as well. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for showing your interest as well for enrollment. And yeah, hope to see you in upcoming cohorts. So thank you so much, Akash, as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Akash, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll be ending the session. Thank you.